The ship moved slowly through space. Lights blinked on the control panels. Commander Alex Monroe sat in the main chair, eyes fixed on the screen. The crew had picked up a weak signal. It came from an old alien ship, floating alone near a dark planet. Alex looked at his crew. "Let's check it out," he said. Rachel, the pilot, nodded and steered the ship closer. The alien vessel was large, but silent. No movement, no lights. It looked broken. Rusted parts floated around it. Alex stood up. "Team, suit up. We're going in." 5 crew members followed him. They wore spacesuits and carried light weapons. The door opened with a hiss. Inside, it was cold and dark. The walls were covered in strange markings. The air was thin, but still there. As they walked deeper, they found a large room. In the center was a glass pod. Inside it was a woman. She was not human. Her skin was pale blue. Her hair was silver and floated around her head. She was not asleep, but frozen. Her eyes were closed, and her hands rested on her chest. One of the crew scanned the pod. "She's alive." Alex moved closer. The pod opened with a slow hiss. The woman's eyes opened. She looked at Alex, then closed her eyes again.
"Alex?"
"Bring her back," Alex said, carefully. Back on the human ship, they placed her in the medical bay. The doctor said her body was weak but stable. Machines watched her heart and brain. Alex stayed near her. He was curious, but calm. She had not spoken yet. The next day, her eyes opened again. She sat up and looked around. Her eyes stopped on Alex. She spoke without moving her lips. "Human, it's been weeks and you haven't touched me." Alex stepped back. Her voice was not from her mouth, it was inside his mind. "You can hear me now?" she said again, using the same strange way. Alex nodded. "Who are you?" "My name is Lysara," she answered. "Where am I?" "You are safe. We found you in a damaged ship, brought you here." She looked around. Her eyes were calm but sad. "How long was I asleep?" "We don't know," Alex said. "Your ship looked very old. Maybe years, maybe more." Lysara placed her hand on her chest. "My people, ... are they alive?" Alex did not know how to answer. He saw the pain in her eyes. She closed them and stayed silent for a while. Later, the crew watched her from a distance. She ate very little. She moved slowly. But her eyes always searched for Alex. When she passed by, she would stop and try to speak to him. "Your kind stays far," she said once. "We do not live that way. We connect. We feel each other. We touch." Leah. Lysara sat in the quiet room, watching the lights blink on the walls. She listened to the hum of the ship. It was not like her old world. Nothing here was soft or warm. People walked fast, talked little, and never touched. She felt cold inside. Every day she saw Alex from far. He nodded at her, sometimes said a word or two, but he never came close, never reached out. Her mind called to him, but he stayed away. One morning, Alex came into the room. He stood near the door. "How are you feeling today?" Lysara looked at him. "My body is alive, but I am not well." He stepped forward. "Do you need anything? Food? Water?" She shook her head. "No, I need contact." "That is how my kind stay strong. We feel each other. Touch is part of who we are. Without it, we become weak." Alex looked unsure. "We don't do that so fast. Humans take time. Time is heavy," she said. "It makes my chest hurt." Alex did not answer. He turned and walked out. Later that day, the ship's alarms went off. The lights turned red. Rachel shouted over the comms, "Unknown ship coming fast." Not human. They're armed. Alex ran to the control room. On the screen was a dark ship, sharp like a blade. It moved fast, too fast. "Shields up," Alex ordered. "Charge weapons." The crew moved quickly. Lysara came into the room. Her eyes went wide when she saw the enemy ship. "They are hunters," she said. "They chase my people. They take what is not theirs. They hate what they do not understand." Alex turned to her. "How do you know this? I saw them long ago. They attacked our cities, took our friends. We fled. Some of us hid. Some never made it. Do you know their plan? They will fire, then they will board. If you run, they will follow. Alex looked at her. She stood tall, even with fear in her eyes. Can you help us stop them? But you must listen to me. Alex gave the order. Let her speak. Lysara pointed at the screen. Their weapons are strong, but their power center is in the back. Hit there, and they will slow down. Alex nodded. Rachel, aim for the back. Fire when ready. The human ship fired. A bright light hit the enemy ship. Sparks flew. The enemy slowed, then turned away. Cheers filled the room. But Alex looked at Lysara. She had gone pale. She leaned against the wall. Are you okay? I used too much mind energy. I need to rest. He helped her walk to her room. She sat on the bed. Thank you, he said. She looked up at him. Still, you fear me. That is why you won't reach out. Alex did not answer. He left the room. The days that followed, Lysara stayed in her room. She ate less. She spoke less. Her body began to weaken. The doctor said her heart was fine, but something was wrong. Her mind was closing. Alex stood outside her room, watching through the glass. She looked small, alone. He remembered her words, remembered how she helped them. The doctor came beside him. She needs something we don't understand. If we don't help, she may fade. Alex walked in. Lysara opened her eyes. Her voice was soft. Why are you here? To say I'm sorry, he said. I didn't listen. I didn't try. He sat down beside her. Slowly, he reached out and took her hand. Her eyes filled with tears. She gripped his hand gently. You came, she said. Now I feel light again. Alex said nothing, but he stayed. Her hand stayed in his. Outside the ship, the stars kept moving, but inside something had changed. And it was only the beginning. Alex sat at the edge of his bed, thinking about what had happened. He could not forget Lysara's voice, or the way she looked at him. Something deep inside him had started to change. He no longer saw her as just an alien. She was someone who had lost everything and only wanted to feel alive again. Lysara stayed quiet most days. She walked slowly through the halls. Some crew members avoided her, unsure of what she might do. Others watched her with respect. She had helped them in battle. She had told the truth, but still no one touched her, except Alex. Since the day he held her hand, she had shown signs of getting stronger. She ate more. Her voice sounded brighter. She began to ask questions about Earth, about humans, about why they feared contact. We are taught to keep space, Alex told her one evening. Touch is personal. We don't give it to just anyone. She listened and nodded. For us, it is like sunlight. Without it, we fade. We don't fear it. We offer it freely. Alex walked with her to the viewing deck. Stars filled the glass wall in front of them. You said your people were hunted, Alex said. You think others are still out there? Lysara looked out. Her voice was soft. I hope so. Out. But I cannot feel them. If they are alive, they are very far. That night, the ship shook. Alarms rang out again. Another enemy ship had found them. This one was larger, more dangerous. It did not attack, but followed from a distance. The crew stayed on high alert. Alex met with the team. We need to know what they want. We need a plan. Lysara came forward. Let me speak to them. I know their kind. Maybe I can find out their goal. It's too risky, Rachel said. They might take you. They already had me once, Lysara replied. I will not let them win again. After much talk, Alex agreed. He sent a message to the enemy ship. They replied. A meeting was set on a small moon nearby. Lysara would go, but Alex insisted on going too. The meeting was tense. The enemy leader was cold and proud. He looked at Lysara like she was a lost object. She belongs to us, he said. Return her, and we will leave you in peace. Alex stood tall. She is free. We don't give away people, the leader laughed. You don't understand her kind. Without us, she will die. She already lived through you, Alex said. Now she is stronger. The meeting ended without a deal. The enemy gave them time to think, but everyone knew they would attack soon. Back on the ship, Lysara sat in the medbay. She closed her eyes and focused her mind. She searched for something, anything, memories, voices, signs of her people. Nothing came, just cold space. Alex entered. You were brave. I felt fear, she said. But your words gave me strength. He sat beside her. What can we do now? "We fight," she said, but not with anger, with hope. The crew worked fast. Weapons were charged. Plans were made. Lasara gave them knowledge of the enemy ship's weak points. When the battle came, it was hard. The enemy struck first. Shields dropped fast. But Lasara stood in the control room guiding the crew. Her voice stayed calm. "Turn now. Fire left. Hold steady." Her mind helped track the enemy's moves. At the last moment, Alex made the final call. Now, fire. The human ship hit the core of the enemy vessel. Loud blast shook space. The enemy ship began to break apart. It turned and jumped away. Silence filled the air.
Ow.
Then cheers broke out. Alex looked at Lasara. Her hands shook, but her face was calm. "We are still here," she said. "Because of you," Alex answered. She gave a small smile. "Because of us." Outside, the stars still moved, but inside, hearts had changed. Human and an alien had stood together, and they were not alone anymore. Lasara slowly began to heal. The color came back to her skin. Her steps grew stronger each day. She spent more time with the crew now. People greeted her when she passed. She smiled and nodded. Some even asked questions about her world. She answered with short stories. The crew listened with care. Alex and Lasara were closer now. They often walked together in the halls. Sometimes they sat in silence. Sometimes they talked for hours. She shared memories of her world, of tall blue trees and skies full of dancing lights. "We used to sing through the mind," she said. "Each song was a feeling, not just words. It made us close. It made us one." Alex looked at her. "I wish I could hear that." "You can. One day, I will show you." News came from command. The enemy ship they fought was not alone. There were more. They were building a base near a dying star. That base might hold other prisoners like Lasara. Some could still be alive. Alex called a meeting. "We have a chance to help others like her. But the place is dangerous. Star's pull is strong, and the enemy is ready." Rachel said, "We need a plan. A good one. We won't make it out." Lasara stepped forward. "I know their minds. I can lead you through their traps. I can feel where they hide." "You're sure?" Alex asked. "Yes, but I must be close. I must guide you with my mind." The crew agreed. They began to prepare. Weapons were cleaned, suits were checked, the ship was made ready. Before the mission, Lasara stood beside Alex in the quiet room. She placed her hand on his. "When you touched me, I came alive again. Now I want to give that gift to others." Alex nodded. "We'll do this together." The ship reached the dying star. It was red and wide, pulling everything toward it. The enemy base floated nearby, hidden behind dust and broken rocks. Small ships flew in circles, guarding the place. Lasara closed her eyes. "Follow me. I will guide you." They moved in slow. No shots were fired. The guards did not see them. They landed on a dark side of the base. Alex, Lasara, Rachel, and a few others stepped out. The halls inside were empty. Machines buzzed. Lights flickered. Lasara pointed the way. They found the first room. Inside were pods, just like the one Lasara was in. People floated inside. Not human, not all the same, but alive. "Open them," Lasara said. "Let them breathe again." Rachel and the others worked fast. The pods opened. Some of the beings woke with fear. Others looked calm. Lasara spoke to them with her mind. They listened. They began to follow. Alarms rang. The enemy had found them. Lights turned red. Doors locked. "We have to fight," Alex said. "Get everyone out." The team moved fast. Shots were fired. The halls shook. One crew member was hit. Lasara helped carry him. Alex covered their backs. They reached the ship. More guards came. Alex turned to fight them. A blast hit him. He fell. Lasara screamed. She ran to him. Blood covered his side. He tried to sit up. "Go," he said. "Save them." "No," she said. "Not without you." She placed her hand on his chest. A glow passed from her to him. His pain eased. His breath came back. "You are my bond now," she said. "I will protect you." They pulled him onto the ship. The doors closed. The ship rose and flew out fast. The enemy ships followed, but Rachel moved fast. They escaped the star's pull. The enemy was lost. Back in safe space, the rescued beings were given rooms and care. They looked at the humans with calm eyes. They had been saved. Alex rested in the medbay. Lysara sat beside him, holding his hand. He smiled weakly. "We did it," he said. "Yes," she said. "Now, a new story can begin." The stars outside were quiet again, but inside the ship, a bond had been formed, and the future had opened wide. The ship moved quietly through deep space. After the rescue, things had changed. New voices filled the halls. The beings they saved were different in shape and sound, but they were peaceful. They had lost their homes, just like Lysara. Now they had a place again. Alex sat in the medbay, still healing from the injury. The doctor said he would recover fully. He smiled more now. His eyes followed Lysara whenever she entered the room. She sat beside him every day. Sometimes they spoke. Sometimes they just sat in silence, hands gently joined. There was no need for words. Their bond was strong now. Rachel came into the room one morning. "Command wants to speak to you, Alex." Alex nodded. "Put them on." A screen came on. A face appeared. It was Admiral Pierce. "Commander, you've done something big. The rescue was a success. Those beings are safe now, and we've learned a lot from them. I'd like to offer you a new role. Lead the talks. Help build peace." Alex looked at Lysara. She gave a small nod. "I accept," he said. A new mission began. The ship changed its course, flew toward Earth. Along the way, they stopped at different colonies. The rescued beings were given space to rest, food to eat, and people to talk to. Lysara spoke often in meetings. Her words were soft but clear. She told her story, not to bring pain, but to bring hope. People listened. Some cried, some clapped. She became a symbol of unity. When they reached Earth, a crowd waited. Cameras flashed. Reporters asked many questions. Alex stood tall. Lysara stood beside him. "This is Lysara," he said. "She was once alone. She is not. She helped us, and we helped her. This is what peace can look like." There were cheers. People came forward with gifts. Some held signs. One child ran up to Lysara and hugged her. She closed her eyes and smiled. Later, in a quiet garden, Alex and Lysara walked together. "Earth is loud," she said. Alex laughed. "Yes, but you'll get used to it." She looked up at the sky. "It's strange. Never thought I would see this world. Never thought I would feel warm again." "You gave us something too," Alex said. "Showed us what it means to feel with the heart, not just to think." A new center was built. It was a place for humans and alien beings to meet and learn from each other. Lysara was asked to help lead it. She agreed. She taught people about her culture, about how the mind and heart must walk together. She showed them how to speak without words, how to listen without fear. Alex worked beside her. He helped set new rules, fair to all. He made sure every voice was heard. One evening, as the sun set, they stood on a high balcony. Below, people from many worlds laughed and talked. Music played. Lights danced across the sky. "Look at this," Alex said. "It started with one rescue. Now look how far it has gone." Lysara held his hand. "When I first saw you, I thought you were cold. But now, I know your heart is strong and kind." He smiled. "When you first spoke, I didn't understand. But now I hear you even in silence." They stood there together as stars began to shine. Later that night, Lysara looked out the window. She saw Earth below and space above. She spoke softly, not with her lips, but through her thoughts. "I thought I was lost forever. Thought no one would ever see me again, but a human did. He reached out. He stayed. And now, I am not alone." Alex came beside her. "We're both not alone." The ship floated above the Earth, calm and steady. Peace had begun, not with force, but with touch, with trust, and with truth. And this was only the beginning of something greater to come.